Hello everybody. Today I just want to share with you a couple of journals I've been making, and I've made these expressly for my giveaway. There will be one for the main prize and one for a comment prize as well. There will be other things with this, but I just wanted to do a video on the journals so I don't have to show them when I show the prize pack. So they're both very similar, but they're slightly different. So this is the front cover. This is made with some leather that I picked up at the thrift store a couple of months ago now. I got quite a large piece of it for $3.50. So I was quite happy with that, and I've just used a muesli bar box as the base of my journal, and then I've covered the outside with this leather. I've done a double row of stitching all the way around. I kind of went a bit crooked, so I had to unpick it in a couple of places, which sort of resulted in this double stitching effect, and I thought, well, that doesn't look good. So what I did was I went and I purposely did some double stitching in various places to make it look like it was meant to be. So that's how it is. So that's the outside of the journal. I have a little bit of this lovely trim that I picked up from the thrift store, and I just dyed that in some tea along with this embroidery anglaise, which I also found at the same time, and I dyed that in tea also. I've just tied that in a bow on the front, and then I've attached this lovely little, it was a ring that Crafty Irina sent to me. Thank you, Irene. And I took the ring base off it, and I've just tied it, glued it. I'll just undo that. It's just wrapped around there, and I've just glued it to a little bit of lace with a flower on the back to hold it, so whoever gets it, they can quite easily remove that and use it on a project or something like that. So that's the front cover. This is just tied around loosely, comes completely off, so you don't have to keep it there. This is what the journal's like. It's not too full, and it's totally useful. It's meant to be used, so I've tried to keep it quite flat. It has 4 signatures in it, and there's probably, it varies, probably 8 to 10 pages per signature. And that is the inside of the journal. I have used this beautiful collection. I'll put it on the screen here, from Tsunami Rose. I think it's Postal Vintage or something. I will put it on the screen so you know what collection that is. And on the inside of the journal, I have covered it in this lovely fabric and put a contrasting piece of fabric down the inside of the spine there. It is all stitched in pamphlet stitched with some wax thread. So this is the front page, and I'll just quickly go through it unless I have something to say. So that's just a Project Life card. And I put glitter here, thinking on each one of these coloured pages I would put some glitter accents. But when I had done that and it dried, I noticed that it bled through on the other side, so I stopped. I only did the front page in this one and the front page in that one, and I didn't do any more glitter accents on the colourful pages because of the bleeding, so that was a bit annoying. That's the paper bag. Now, some of the bags don't have anything in them because I've left spots to put your own stuff in, and because I don't have a huge amount of like ephemera or anything like that, I kind of run out of things to put in. So this is just an envelope, like a cardstock envelope I cut up and put there. Got the cat snooping around in here. I did put some glitter accents. I'd completely sort of finished the journals. Then I was watching a video. It's Molly just crawling through my things over there like she owns the place. I was watching a video of Roseanne, who's Roxy Car 11, and I noticed she put glitter, and so I quickly came back and put a couple of bits of glitter on occasional pages. So thank you for that, Roseanne. I love things like that, and it kind of just added a nice touch every so often through the book. And we have washi tape, and that's just that envelope. It wasn't an envelope, it was actually a card, but I kind of cut it like that to make it appear like it's an envelope, and put some baking paper on the inside there. Just some ephemera from the downloaded pack. And all the pages in this one are coffee dyed. And glitter. Just some, that's just like a little envelope there, and also just a bit of paper in there to write on. Like I said, try not to make it very bulky because it is a journal to be used. A lovely little applique there. And yes, see, I kind of wanted to put glitter accents on that, but it wanted to bleed through, so we didn't do that. So some old postage, well, they're not that old, but postage stamps from Australia. They've been used, and I do collect them every so often, so I've decided to use some of those. And I did stamping in this book too, which is something I always forget to do, but I made sure I did some stamping in this book, and that one is baking paper as well, and there's stitching in this book as well, and that's just a piece of an index card and just a little bit of decoration on there. Baking paper there. And this was in, I saw this done in, forgive me if I say this wrong, I think it's Young K, Finally Crafting channel, and in one of her journals she did this kind of flip out and put something in it, and that's just the notes section on a little book I've used a few of the pages out of, so I made a little notebook out of it and popped it in there, and so thank you for that idea, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description box below. She's very, very talented. Let's just move that up a bit like that. Okay. Some seam binding, music paper. And this is a little flip up, and I don't know who came up with this idea because every video I watch, they have these little corner flips. So I'd love to know whose idea it was to start with, but I don't know who it is. So I guess inspiration comes from Yvonne Preston, and is it Paula Lemon, and Finally Crafting, and Roseanne, of course. Trying to think. There's so many ladies, you know, I watch every so often the videos from them, and all use similar things occasionally, so it's hard to know who's come up with what. But anyway, that's just a bit of baking paper and the flip up with the flower inside with a little sticker on it, and they're funny little stickers. They kind of have a rubber texture to them. More stamping, just a little banner, and that's Crafty Irina. I forgot Crafty Irina. Wonderful, wonderful channel. Thank you, Irene, for all your inspiration. A tag, and Crafty Irene actually sent me these time cards, and I've just folded the bottom up and stitched it, and then popped another little tag inside there. And I saw that on someone's channel as well, but then I think I've seen it on a few channels. And this is the pages of that book I was talking about. In the back of the book, it was like useful information, and it had all about postal things and times around the world and things. So it actually fitted with these journals very well, considering the collection I was using. There's just a corner pocket. It's not a flip. I've used some washi tape and just a couple of little tags in there, and it's stitched around, part of the collection with some butterflies. And then we just have a little pocket there in the music paper. Lots of lovely laces and stitching. And this is I think I saw this from Paula. And it's just a little, like a flip out. I've used this one in the center of my signature. And I've just used a pre-loved postage stamp under there to hold that down. I know a lot of people glossy accent them. I didn't do that. So, and then I've just got a little booklet made from the scraps of the books I was using, and I've used ink this time on a lot of things, and it's got a red tinge to it. It's actually called it's a graphic 45 decades, I think. Is that the color? Dark cashmere. It was a little bit redder than what I thought, but I think because there's red in the collection, it's okay. Just a bow made there with some this Truly stuff that Louisa sent me. Thank you so much, Louisa. Little money coin envelope from Crafty Irina, and just a little tag I've made to go in there. Bit of punching down the side, bit of applique. I think this was from Crafty Linny P. Thank you. And this is another time card, but I've cut it into 2 pieces and put that in there like that. See post office information. I thought that was very appropriate. And some things have been stitched with dark blue and other things in beige. More glitter, just a flip. Flour, just some baking paper and pattern paper. It's part of one of the books I was using. Blessing envelope, once again from Crafty Irina. Thank you, Irene. With an envelope inside, some washi. And this is the center of the last signature, and I've just punched out a flower with the flower punch here, the large one. And then I've used, excuse me, I've used a couple of little flowers that Roseanne sent me. Thank you, Roseanne. One on that side and one on that side to sort of join it together. And I've put the punched out flower and another little blue flower from Roseanne in that corner. A blessing envelope with just a little bit of paper in there to use. Little tuck spot in there. And coming to an end, my camera's flashing, so I need to plug it in. Applique, and then we have another one of these little flip outs here, and it's just all tucked in there with some stamps and tickets. And another tag here, and I've put my name on it, which I always forget to do. And that is the end of the first journal, and I'll just plug my camera in and I will show you the second journal. Okay, the whole cord had slipped right down the back of my desk, so that's the first one done. This is the second one, the same sort of thing here, just a little jewel from Crafty Irina tied to the front. Exactly the same way of covering the book. Slightly different interior, same colour scheme though. Let me just show you the difference there. So you can see one has a smaller print than the other, but from the same family. So here we go, and as you can see, I added glitter around it, and that's what I wanted to do on all those pages. This one bled through a lot worse than the other one. You might just see a little bit here, but I ended up putting an applique over it. It just didn't look right. So we have another time card with a couple of little tags in there. Applique, lace, some burlap. That was actually a little bit of packaging that came off a gift from Louisa. Thank you, Louisa. So I didn't, I put it to another use. Just part of the actual printout. And here we have a little book, just some scrap papers and like a belly band in there for that to slide into. So I tried to use bits of red and blues to match the postal theme. Lovely vintage rip-wrap. Same sorts of things as the other one, so I'll just quickly... It's another one of those rubber stickers, and it's on that side as well. I really like them, but they do feel kind of weird to feel. And just some die cuts from Louisa. Thank you, Louisa. More glitter on the edge of the... it's only on the edge of some of the plain pages. So, and there's another tag, and this is actually the cover of the exercise book that this lined paper came from, and that was from a thrift store. And I used my stamp. I used my vintage stamp on that, and I put a little pin and some beading on that particular tag there. And that's just some baking paper. The dogs are having a little bark. That's part of the printout as well. Yeah, I could have put to there, couldn't I? I didn't. Another one of those fold-outs there. And I've used Australian stamps because if somebody overseas gets these books, at least they have something Australian, don't they? I thought that'd be nice. Why isn't that going in there? Okay, that's just another paper bag and doily. That's the other side. And we have a coin envelope and just a little tag in there. And this is the corner of a bag, a paper bag. Just some little things it's stitched on there. It's just an envelope, and that's from Irene's store, who is seriously scrapping. And the paper's a bit big to fit in there, but if you folded it that way, it would fit. So they're in there like that. And that goes on the other side as well because it was part of a paper bag. It's just another little tag I've put in there. Another tag I've made, and I've just popped a little bit of paper under that paper clip, because sometimes those metal paper clips scratch things up, and because that's card, I didn't want it getting scratched, so that's why that's there. Just a glassine bag, one of those funny stickers. And I ripped the paper. I ripped the paper accidentally, so I put some washi down the center, and then I stitched it, so hopefully it'll all stay together. But I don't mind that at all. It's meant to be like a junky style journal, isn't it, after all? So that looks well. And this tape here, it's actually, oh, I put it away. Anyway, it's actually quite bright, but I inked it up, the one that I used in the book. Just to, you know, make it blend in a little bit better. And that's just another little flip up, and I didn't put anything on that because it's talking about electronic mail and express mail, and I just thought that was kind of fun. Another little tag I've made. That's another one of those envelope looking pieces of card. The center. And that little bit of string. The other side. And this is the other side of the glassine bag, and I just folded up the corner and stitched a cute little mother of pearl button there, and there's the strings where I stitched it. It's a nice, that's the wax string that I bound it with in there, and I just thought that was a cute idea to sort of stick a few little bits in there, and I haven't seen that done, so that was something different. Just a bit of applique once again from, no, I think that might have been from Roseanne, that piece of applique. Thank you, Roseanne. Little pocket there with some stamping. This is a vellum piece I got from Angie quite a long time ago now. Thank you, Angie. And just a flower in the centre of the bag. More die cuts, some lace, and that's the paper bag that I used. Cut the corner off, the other corner off, the other side, and it's just got a little envelope in there and just a journal spot there. That's the center, and I've just got a piece of paper to write on in there, and that is just a rose from an old greetings card or Mother's Day card or something. And that's the other side, and you can see where I cut the corner off there, and then I cut down, I folded one side in and and glued it, as you can see, and then with that side I just ran my fancy scissors down that side and made a little pocket in there for that. And that's a ticket that Crafty Irene has sent. Thank you, Irene. Oh look, there's the other side of the paper bag with just a little journal spot in there also, and that is our last page, and I still have to put my name on this one, so I won't do that up. But there we go. They are the 2 journals I've made for my towards the prize in my giveaway, and I hope you like them. And I will have the winners up by the end of this week. I still have to go through and check off the names and put the names I like in a container, and different people said the same names, so they'll all be counted and so on. And the comment prize, everyone gets a chance of that one, not, you know, just the names that I like. So there we go. I'll have it up as soon as I possibly can. Thank you all for being so patient, and thank you for watching today. Bye.